EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Las Vegas Raiders. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now a first carry for the fullback. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive.
Intended,
but instead third down.
Incomplete.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
So now an early third and 10 here on their opening drive. Jackson from the shotgun. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
First down, Baltimore.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
To throw again is Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game. But this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll drop to throw. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Carr now to throw. Reception here by Ruggs. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now this time Carl throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Peters on the coverage.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Quick slant to Brown. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Play action. It's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. For the first time with J.K. Dobbins. Down to the 25. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
On 3rd down, Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Maurice Hurst coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Three yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Carr gonna throw. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there. First down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll run. This is Brown. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Carr. And this will be incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Carr. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Vegas.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
The 45-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter from Vegas, the home-standing Raiders with a football here as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a carry for Bernard. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to drop this one down to Bernard. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a carry for Brown. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
Melvin Ingram.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Ravens' 28-yard line.
Focusing on me, away from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LREs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that you need.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second down and 8. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, and it's third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Carr to throw. And that is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
First down.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Right back to Dobbins on first. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Now Jackson on first down. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And it is up.
The kick is good.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Raiders 3.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Carr. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Bernard.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Operating from the gun. Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Carr. He'll get this one to his tight end. That's Jason Kroom. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
At the 45-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Carr to throw again. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Complete to J.K.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second down and 3. From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tanner Muse. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Carr. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw his Carr. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Vegas, first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Carr. He drops it off for Bernard.
Carr's pass.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Carr now to throw. Reception here by Ruggs. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
21-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Now Bernard.
down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Raiders first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They will toss to Brown. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Malcolm Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Jackson being chased out left. He'll run it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
On the keeper. The tackle made by Tanner Muse. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
It's a gain
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And now Jackson will look to throw it. They set up the screen for Dobbins. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3 yards.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 30-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Here's Bernard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Draw play for Brown. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From just shy of midfield, Carr got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. Out of the backfield, he's got Malcolm Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On first down, Bernard. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Ravens.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
That's good.
Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run it here with Bernard. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Carr. That's complete, right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Carr. And he's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Giovanni Bernard. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Carlson now to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10.
Makes the score Raiders 17, Ravens 10.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. He's going to take off with it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. First down and more for Jackson. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And the Raiders have got him. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
To Marquise Brown.
Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
17. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that time out to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Carr. Pass caught by Ruggs, middle of the field. The reception good for 7. It's third down. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw, Carr. He's got his man, it's Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's good.
That will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To throw is Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. It's a big play there for Vegas. 44 yards. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. What pressure as this thing all rests on the foot of Daniel Carlson.
9-yard attempt.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Las Vegas, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
On.
Shot! Shut up!